All right, tonight in The Price of Freedom, we have the story of World War II veteran Sidney Skillern. Mr. Skillern is now in his 90s, but 75 years ago, he was serving his country, unloading and loading ships with supplies to help the soldiers on the front lines. I sat down with Mr. Skillern and his 3 children to hear his story.
Daddy was a hardworking man. I always aspired to marry a man like my dad, somebody who supported his family, a God-fearing man, taught you values.
Sidney Skillern grew up first in Bakewell and later moved to Chattanooga. He was drafted when he was 18, and in 1943, he was sent to Fort Benning, Georgia.
I didn't feel any way sad about it. I figured if everybody else was going, and people volunteered from high school going, and so I wanted a trip too.
I asked him about his time training in Fort Benning. He didn't tell me about learning to be a soldier. He told me about signing his draft documents.
I joined the Army real good. That's when you sign all the papers and wrote to you. People back home, you done joined, then you done give your life away.
He also told me about his faith.
I received Christ as my Savior.
He went from Fort Benning to Alaska.
What was your job? What did you do?
My job was loading and unloading ships. And send them to South Pacific or wherever it's supposed to go.
A winch operator? Is that what you said you were?
Yeah, winch operator.
He says he worked all over Alaska doing pretty much the same job.
It was cold in some places. It was moderate. The majority it was cold.
He left there after the war in 1946. When he came home, he got married.
She waited on you
That's right.
until you came back from service.
He then built this house.
So you all grew up in that house?
We all grew up in that house.
All these years later, the house is still in the family. Mr. Skillern married his wife in 1947. She passed away in 2017. They were together for 70 years. Together, they built a house, they built a family, and through the years, Mr. Skillern taught his children many of the values he learned while serving our country.
I'm proud of this old timer right here, my dad.
Now, I asked Veronica about some of the values and lessons she learned from her father. She told me, quote, to serve others as well as you can.
Josh, thank you. Great story, as always, of course. Well, the Murphy Bulldogs